Is it hard to access affordable, healthy food? Then listen carefully. Daryl Addison, an African-American inventor, has patented a process for growing food on demand. He called it Torpedo Pot. Torpedo Pot is a fully automated flower pot that gives you control over your plant's environment. All you do is add soil, seeds, and plants to the flower pot and watch it grow. Yes, Torpedo Pot grows the rest. Visit www.torpedopot.com.
So a medical examiner's report revealed that Jayland Walker who was shot and killed by 8 race soldiers from the Akron Police Department, was handcuffed with his hands behind his back when he was brought to the coroner's office after being shot. The report has been selectively shared with some press, but not made public. Now, the preliminary report by the Summit County Medical Examiner's Office regarding the death of Jayland Walker on Monday, June 27th, was shared with news outlets. The news sources were not allowed to keep the report nor copy the pictures within Discovery, but were permitted to report what they saw. Now, sharing that information, it was against the office policy. But according to one source, the report features pages of images showing the deceased handcuffed at the scene of his death in the coroner's office. It said APD claims officers tried to save Walker's life, and images to support that do exist. It said including photos showing tourniquets and bandages on and around the 25-year-old's bullet-riddled body. Now, it said there were photographs taken at the medical examiner's office hours after the shooting. It said a few of the images showed a cadaver pouch and him on an examining table displaying the 60 wounds he sustained during the race soldier execution. Now, viewers, could see, according to the news here, dozens of gunshots from his ankle to his cheek on both sides of his body. Photographs in the report also show items such as Walker's driver's license and bloodied set of handcuffs. A final autopsy report has been completed. When the medical examiner has finished the review, it will be submitted to the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigations, the agency investigating the officers and the incident, to determine if any criminal wrongdoing was committed by law enforcement. The autopsy report will be used as part of state's evidence, by the Attorney General's office intends to present to a grand jury should this incident warrant doing so. But let me point something out. This, you hear these white supremacists say, well, he shouldn't have ran from the police. Okay, he shouldn't have ran. And running from the police warrant you being shot 60 times. Okay. Well, let's talk about somebody else who ran from the police just the other day. The guy that shot those people at the July 4th parade in Highland Park, Illinois, the Robert Cremo guy, when police went to arrest him, he ran from police too. He ran. And this guy was someone that killed people, right? They knew he killed, at least now they say 7 people, and injured more than 30. They knew he did this. But yet, if you can put the picture up here, that's the police arresting him. Where's the guns at? Why he ain't shot 60 times? He killed people. So obviously you should be afraid of your life, right? You should be afraid of your life. I told y'all a long time ago that I'm afraid of my life was a code word used at these white supremacist law enforcement think tanks to legally shield them to kill black people. But how come they never afraid of their life when it comes to people that look like them? When they are sitting up here committing all kind of heinous crimes, and when they go to arrest them, they never afraid. They just had another story of a white man killed, 2 or 3 cops, and even killed a police dog. And they still arrested him. They never afraid of their life when it comes to people that look like them. Never. But they're always afraid of their life when it comes to somebody black, though. He shouldn't have ran. Okay, well, the other one ran. Why he didn't shot 60 times? Well, he had a gun in his car. And we have a Second Amendment. And Ohio is an open carry state. Well, so all of a sudden, I guess, having a gun. So this is how it is. This is the white supremacist code. Race soldiers can kill you if you run. Race soldiers can kill you if you have a gun in an open carry state. Not to say you pointed it, you shot them, whatever. part of their job is to go catch you, right? But they don't want to road catch you, so they rather shoot you. This is why I'm a firm believer of telling y'all to have 2 addresses. You can have your address in America. Go ahead. So you feel the way you want to feel about that. And then have you an address abroad, preferably an African nation. Have you 2 addresses. So if you ever get tired of this mess, you can go to your second address. If you want a time away from this mess, you can go to your second address. You can do that. If you want to come back and you want to get back into the fight, that's what you want to do. Come on back, get into the fight. You got an address in the United States. So that way you can fight all you want if you want to take time away, or if you want to be at your second address more than your first address here in America, you can do that. You can do it. I have, through prayer, realized I have to do it this way. Because that way I can't give you no wiggle room no more. Because see, before you had a lot of wiggle room in the way I was presenting it. Now I'm saying have your place here, have your place somewhere else. Now what? You can fight, you can go over there, you can do whatever you like to do. But having this set of laws for black people and having a set of laws for white folk, that's not it, man. That's not it. And then you got these Democrats that get in office and they do nothing about it. Remember, in 2020, they told you, if you just get us in office, black people, if you help us get Warnock and Ossoff in Georgia, in the Senate, flip it blue, we can do that George Floyd bill. Remember that? We'll get that done. Now you look at 2 years later, no George Floyd bill. Well, it's Joe Manchin, it's Kristen Sinema, it's the Republicans. Well, it's the filibuster. The filibuster isn't a law. It's a Senate rule that can be overturned at any time. Because when they did that COVID-19 bill, the one that protected Asians, they eliminated the filibuster for that one. They can eliminate the filibuster for whatever they want to eliminate it for. You better understand that. There's no way qualified immunity should be covering that. 60 shots, it's no way they should be covering that. But the way it is, and the way even your Democrat politicians agree with qualified immunity because your Democrat politicians believe in white supremacy. And the black-faced ones believe in white supremacy too, because white supremacy keep them gainfully employed. And they need you oppressed and subjugated so they can be gainfully employed under white supremacy. We're talking about your black politicians, the rank and file. Our greatest leaders have never been a politician. Never. They understand you can't get involved in America's politics if you want to serve and do for your people. Or even do for the world. You can't have that limitation. It's a limitation. It's a handicap. But this ain't it, man. This is not it. Black folks in Akron, keep the pressure on. There's no way these race soldiers should get away with this. No. This is overkill. This is overkill. They don't do this to nobody but black people. Black men in particular. Let's say that. Because black men, we are the enemy. They view us as the enemy. And you must teach your sons at a young age that this system view you as the enemy. And understand that you're living in a freaking war zone. And you have the target on your head as a black man and as a black boy. And we must teach our black boys and black men to move accordingly. I'm just personally sick and tired of why do we have to live a certain way, but white people can live free? Why they get to run from the police if they choose to run and nothing happen to them, but black folks run, you get shot 60 times. Why do we have to live like that? Why do we have to live where we got to be 3 and 4 times educated and white folks just have a high school diploma and get the same thing you got having 3-4 degrees? Why do we have to live like that? That's my issue with it. I'm over that as a collective of people. I'm over it. That's why I tell you, have you 2 addresses. That way you got a choice at that point. If you're over it, well, then you can go to your second address. Forever how long you would like. You want, like I said, you want to come back to Babylon, fine. Trust me, it's a little much easier to come back to Babylon for a time and then go to your other house. You can do that. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. You know, one shot up and killed folks, and they didn't fear for their life, but one ran away from them and they were fearing for their life, so let me shoot this dude 60 times. And black folks are supposed to just, forgive that? Put that away? Black folks, let me tell you something. It is a thing called righteous hatred. God himself hates. He hates evil. He hates people that shed innocent blood. He hates those who sow discord among the brethren. And if God hates that kind of evil, how come that we can't hate that kind of evil? I hate evil. I hate white supremacy with a passion because it's evil. Look at the evil it has done to black folks and to a lot of people also throughout the world. Why would we love white supremacy for? Why? It's a thing of unrighteous. See, the white supremacists have unrighteous hatred. Hating people without a cause. Hating people for the color of their skin. Hating people for this. It's unrighteous. It's not nothing righteous about how they feel, but how we feel about the evil that's being perpetuated and is against the laws of God and even the laws of man. We have a right to say that until black people embrace righteous hatred that even God himself would embrace, then we can actually do something about it. Colonization never ended in the white supremacist system. And as we see today, the colonization is in the mind. Now, those who have been enslaved and those who have been colonized, we're still dealing with the remnants of that through the colonization of the mind. Pick up my book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, and we will help deprogram you from the colonization that was put upon you by generations and generations of white supremacy. You can pick it up today on Amazon.com.